Hey, welcome to What's the FIC, where two nerdy librarians, Gina and Meg, discuss everything from literature to movies, gaming, education, anime, manga, and more. All your favorite things that you get geeked about, we talk about. Plus, we give you tips on all the latest free resources from the library. So let's get into the FIC of it. Hello, and welcome back to What's the FIC. We are your hosts, Meg and
Gina.
today's episode is about something we all love vacation. Summer
Mm.
break and vacation is like the sweet reward for a long semester or a long year, or just to have some good plain fun. So, we're going to highlight some wonderful things that you can do here, near, and beyond in Augusta for vacation and how your local ARCPLS library can help you be prepared for summer vacay.
Right. Especially now with the rise of gas prices, food, and so many other things going on, going away might not be a viable option for everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
we just want to make sure we let you know of all the wonderful things that you can do here on a staycation, which is a vacation at home, but will still give you all the endorphin-inducing fun you desire.
Yes. That staycation is very important. Now, many of you might be saying, "Well, what does Augusta have to offer?" I don't know because I there's nothing going on. It
There's nothing to
seems like
do here.
yeah, exactly. I'm new here and I don't see anything. It's just like there's plenty to do. You just have to look for it in the right places. So, the
Mhm.
great thing about most cities is that a lot of them have their own visitors center or their own visitors website so that if you're either visiting Augusta or if you live here on the daily, they show you what's going on in the city. For us, I believe it's Visit Augusta, so you can always type that in Google, and it's a great website. You can see, what kind of restaurants are local to this area, what activities you can do, whether it's outdoor or indoor. What theaters they have and what's going on. So definitely check that out. But to get started here in Augusta for a staycation, you may be wondering, okay, I'm free this whole weekend. I want to go to a great restaurant. What are some different places I can go to that's different? Because you don't want to go to a fast food, chain like McDonald's or even some of the things that you see all the time, like a Applebee's. You want something more personal, something unique. There's plenty of restaurants in Augusta. So there are things like the Frog and the Hen is a popular restaurant here in Augusta. You can also check out the New Moon Cafe. They're located downtown Augusta. And a lot of these restaurants that I'm probably going to name and just go through, some of them are located throughout the CSRA area, and some of them are just kind of in certain parts of Augusta, like downtown is very popular for different restaurants. But downtown, you got places like I said, New Moon Cafe. You have Humanity House, which is really cool. You can get a lot of plant-based food there. So if you are looking into maybe kind of going into the vegan lifestyle or possibly just wanting to get more healthy and not eat red meats and things like that, then Humanity House is great. I've been there. They do some cool smoothies and things, and you also can get like I think they have like a bean burger, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I've tried that. I think I had the wrap, but it was good either way. Of course, there's places like the Sunrise Grill. So if you're looking for a good breakfast spot, Sunrise Grill is great. Metro Diner is actually good for breakfast as well. Like you can do breakfast any time of the day. Like there, I think they have like a shrimp and grits meal. It's to die for. So good. I don't know if you've been Gina, but it's so good.
I've never been. I
Oh,
hear a lot about their chicken and waffles, I think.
yeah, that's popular too.
Mm.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying that myself. But yeah, check out the Metro Diner if you're into that. And of course, I would also recommend these places highly as well. Jackie M's and Sun Cafe and Catering.
Yes.
Like Gina, you've been there, right?
I've been going there for years. And that is some of the best food ever. They do hot and cold sandwiches. But their soul rolls,
Mm.
yes, get those. And if you're a fan of cheesecake, they have a amazing red velvet cheesecake. They also do like
Mm.
a German chocolate one as well.
Mhm.
That I know a lot of people like, but the red velvet cheesecake and the soul rolls, you can't go wrong.
Ooh,
Okay, you can't go
yes.
wrong.
That sounds amazing.
Yes.
Mm. And last but not least, the Brunch House of Augusta is another restaurant. So if you want to get you some good brunch in, highly recommend the Brunch House of Augusta. You'll find some great food at some of these places. Now, staycation doesn't have to be about just going out to eat. So
Mhm.
you might want to do some other things, some other activities while you are out and about for the weekend. Maybe you want to book a room at a hotel just to get out of your house. You can always go downtown. There's lots to do, and there's plenty just throughout the city. So of course, there's things like axe throwing. I don't know if anybody's been axe throwing before, but I hear it's very fun. I've never been, but I know people who've been, and everybody says it's just great to kind of like, go and throw some axes. So if you want to just let off a little steam, you might want to check that out. You can go throw axe throwing at Source Code Games, which is located in downtown Augusta. And of course, you can just call up there and pretty much book your, reservation when you want to go. I think so that's a fun little activity that can be done. Highly recommend probably to be safe with that. I don't know if they allow children to
Mm.
participate in that, but it might be an adults only type of activity. But you can always call and check with them to find out for sure. Bike Baby is another one that is a pretty cool bike tour in Augusta. I think that's also located downtown. I actually know some people who've gone on that tour and they say it's really fun. It's
Ooh.
hot now, so I would hope that they would go like in the later evening part of the day because it's so hot now in the month of June that I couldn't see biking like in the middle of the day. It'd be way too hot and uncomfortable probably. But Bike Wave is another one. So basically you can go rent a bike and a tour guide will take you on a bike tour of Augusta and stop you by some of the different famous landmarks. And you can just learn a little bit more about your city because there's a lot of things I think as Augustans we just don't know the history of our city and what things have taken place here. So that might be a good
Mm.
tour to kind of check out. Now, there are some other little things that are kind of more familiar to people. Probably things like Top Golf. We have a Top
Yeah.
Golf here in Augusta now, so go check out Top Golf. It's really fun. I've been so far one time, but I can say as a one-time Top Golfer, it is very fun, and it's a lot harder to hit the ball than I thought. It's not like putt putt. Putt putt is a little easier, but try out Top Golf. It's pretty fun. And of course, we have multiple theaters here in the Augusta area. There's the Riverwatch Theater. So if you're on the Riverwatch Parkway area, you go over there. You might want to swing by, get a movie, and of course, it's very luxurious. In that
GTX
theater.
experience.
Right? Have you been?
Yeah.
Have you been?
Yes, I love when I can for certain movies. I do like the GTX experience and the Dolby audio. It just
Mm.
really makes you feel even more immersed in it. I've seen a
Ooh.
lot of like premieres there.
Hmm.
But some of just the regular theaters are also just really comfy as well. So, but when I can, I do GTX for sure.
Nice. I still haven't been over there, but I want to get over there eventually.
Go on Tuesday when it's cheaper.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that tip. That's a tip, everyone. Make sure you, you go on Tuesdays. But we're getting another kind of cool thing that's coming to that same area where that theater is located is a Dave and Buster's. So I don't think they're finished building it
Oh.
just yet, but I heard possibly, I could be mistaken here, so don't take my word on it. But we might be able to see it open by July, maybe, or even August by the end of the summer. So I'd look out for Dave and Buster's. That's another fun place. I've never been
Yeah,
there myself,
me
but
either.
yeah, there's a lot of gaming involved with that. So, it's kind of like a big adult version of Chuck E. Cheese.
Oh, I definitely want to go now.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, check that out. But there's all sorts of things to do in the city. If you're looking for something more so on the outdoors realm, then of course you can always visit Lake Olmsted. There's the River Walk downtown. That's always nice in the evening times. You can go down there. And of course, we have Finnessy Swamp Nature Park. So you can actually come to the library. We have a citizen science kit. You could probably take it out there, and it comes with some cool lenses that you can attach to your camera, your phone. And I think we'll probably touch on that a little later in our episode today. But and last but not least, there is the SRP Park, where it's the home of the Green Jackets. So it's right across the bridge there, going into I think North Augusta. But it
Mhm.
is still part of Augusta history and things to do in Augusta. So I would check that out. And of course, for all you people out there who love to get out during the night, if you're night owls, the people who don't get up during the sun, or just, you enjoy activities when it's kind of more cooler outside. We do have our theaters like the James Brown Arena, Bell Auditorium, Miller Theater, and the Imperial Theater. And
Mhm.
over the course of the summer, they're going to be doing some cool things. Like you can go check out some old movies, tribute concerts at the Miller Theater. James Brown Arena is actually going to be hosting Smokey Robinson. He's coming in October of this year, so that's
Ooh.
pretty cool. Um, and then the Imperial Theater actually has a theater camp going on. I think it starts at the end of this month and running into July. So if you know any eighth graders or rising eighth graders, I believe they're gearing it towards middle school age children. So if you have any children around that age range, or some who are upcoming thespians, then you might want to enroll them in theater camp at the Imperial Theater. And those are just some of the little things you can do here in Augusta. So don't ever say that there's nothing to do, okay? There are plenty of things to do in the city.
All right. Well, those are things to do, I guess you could say here,
Yeah.
because that's what we're talking about here and near and beyond. So let's do near. So these are places that you're gonna have to drive. You're gonna have to drive to get there, but it's not like they're super far. Well,
Hmm.
I guess that depends on who's driving, right?
Right.
But but we have a ton of things we could do near us with a little bit of travel. So, just give you some options. It's summertime, it's hot outside. Most people are thinking, I need to be near water, the beach.
Hmm. Hmm.
We don't have a beach here. So that means you're gonna have to travel out. I know a lot of people like to go to Myrtle Beach,
Hmm.
you know, pack it up and go to Myrtle Beach. Some people even like to cross over a bit and go to Hilton Head. Um, there's tons of places where you can kind of go and experience the beach, as long as you're willing to, take about a nice little drive. Um, Tybee Island in
Hmm.
St. Simon are also other very popular spots for people to want to go and travel and get your feet wet, maybe just enjoy, soak up some sun. I feel like we're getting enough of it here, but if you want to go
Oh
somewhere
yeah.
else and soak up some sun, that'll be great.
Hmm.
Um, and thinking of Tybee Island, Meg, I know
Yes.
you should know. Savannah.
Yeah, Savannah's my
Yeah.
old stomping ground there. Went to college there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Savannah is a really, really nice place to go. So if you don't want to go and be in the middle of the hustle and bustle of ATL, you just go down to Savannah instead. There's a lot of great things. It's kind of laid back and chill, but there's a lot of sightseeing. You can do some ghost tours down there. There's
Ooh.
also River Street is where all the fun and magic happens. There's River Street Sweets. You can go and get some ice cream, some candied nuts and things like that. Plenty of places to eat, nice seafood. There's even a free boat tour. I think they still do it
Oh.
down in Savannah. You can just hop on this one boat, and it kind of just goes across the river. You can get off, and I think there's like a center or something across there, and you get back on and you go back to the other side, back to River Street. There's also Broughton. There's plenty of shops on Brighton. You can go and shop. You can go and eat. There's plenty of great restaurants down there. I really loved it. And just be aware that you might see a lot of SCAD students or just college students in general
Mhm.
walking around downtown Savannah. But either way, it's really nice. It's really convenient because everything is in walking distance once you get down there and park. So just, make sure that you're ready to walk. But Savannah's really great if you just want to try to go to somewhere that's not too far away. It's about a 2.5 hour drive and get some great food, fun, and sightseeing.
Great, great. Well, I'm usually driving to Atlanta. To be completely
Bless
honest.
you. Bless you.
And I'm going for the reason why a lot of people might travel to Atlanta in the summertime, which is concerts. Like, of
Hmm.
course, we have things that are closed, but concerts, one thing about us in Georgia, especially in Atlanta, we have some really nice stadiums and
Hmm.
centers and stuff for people to come. So
Yes.
there is a whole host of concerts happening right now. And I think, as you guys may know, me and Meg are K-pop fans.
K-pop fans.
And if you are a K-pop fan, I will honestly say this is a pretty good time to be one. We definitely
Hmm.
have been having more and more acts that have been coming to the Atlanta area. Um, some that are coming up for any K-pop fans. AB6 is coming June 22nd. They're going to be at the Center Stage Theater. TXT, which is kind of like the younger brother group, I guess you could say,
uh,
to BTS, tomorrow together. They're actually going to be here in July, on July 12th at the Fox Theater.
hmm.
And don't worry, for those of you who love girl groups, you have Brave Girls who are coming July 14th. They're going to
Hmm.
be at Heaven Stage at Masquerade. And G Idol, if you know anything about them or love them, they'll
Hmm.
be coming August 7th. So, like, maybe right at the end of the summer break, maybe your
Hmm.
last hurrah, they'll be there at the Cobb Energy Center. So,
Yes.
and tons of other acts that are coming.
Hmm.
But of course, we want to tell you this is the perfect time of year. For those of you who might already be our wonderful loyal patrons, you
Yes.
might already know about the Atlanta Zoo DVD.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to go to the zoo with you and three other loved ones. All you have to do is go into your local library. You're gonna
Hmm.
ask for the Zoo Atlanta DVD, and you're gonna check that out. You're gonna watch it, hopefully, and then bring it
Hmm.
back. And once you bring it back, that's when you'll have one of the delightful staff members at the library to fill out your pass. The pass grants you 3 free
Hmm.
general admission passes to the zoo. It's valid from, I believe it's Monday to Thursday, or
Hmm. For
and it's
yeah.
one time, for one time, up to 4 weeks after you return the DVD. And it's just a really great, fun, and free way to go see the
Hmm.
zoo and see the animals and just like really experience that, which is so great.
Hmm.
I still
Yes.
actually have never been to the zoo.
Me either. I haven't. No,
We're gonna
it's
have to
kind
check
of.
out a DVD
Yeah,
bag.
we do. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. The other thing that you might not know that the library has is that we actually have community ticket pass for the Alliance Theater.
Yeah.
So that's a rather new development. So
Hmm.
basically, we recently have this really fun opportunity for community ticket passes. It'll allow you to receive up to 4 free tickets for an individual performance using the promo code with the pass that you would come and get from the library.
Hmm.
You do have to have the pass and the tickets together when you go, but hey, it's a way to see a show for free
Right.
through your local libraries. And
Yep.
the other great thing, the thing that I usually see the most of, is people coming to get the Georgia State Park passes.
Yes. Hmm.
Those are great. So, Georgia has a lot of great state parks and historic sites that you might want to check out. And if you come to the library and get that pass, the pass comes with 2 regular admissions, again, free regular admissions to
Mhm.
any historic site operated by the Georgia State Parks and Historic Sites. And there's usually there is a parking pass that's in it. So for those people who worry about parking, you get a
Mhm.
parking pass as well. The only thing it's not valid for is like if they're doing like a special event.
Right.
But any other time other than that, it's a great way to get out, get some fresh air. I know my parents, my parent when I was younger, she would, take us to a park and we have like a picnic.
Oh
It was just
yeah.
a great way to just go run and stretch your legs,
Mhm.
for free. Like,
Exactly.
so come see. Yes, the library can help you have an amazing time this summer, because hopefully you have signed up for summer
That's
reading.
right.
And don't worry, you can still get your books in with our Livy app as you travel
Mhm.
to all these amazing places that are near
Mhm.
Augusta.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, so we've talked about near, we've talked about in Augusta staycation. Now we're going to talk about beyond just Georgia, the state of Georgia.
Mhm.
Um, so we've mentioned, all these things where you can kind of go off and relax, but there are some suggestions for getaways too. So this summer, if you're looking to kind of get away outside of your regular norm, then of course you can go on several different cruises.
Take me with
That's
you.
Yes, please, we beg. Lots of people really enjoy like Carnival and Royal Caribbean. Those are kind of like the big name ones, and of course
Mhm.
Disney cruises. So they have a lot of ports that are close or kind of near Georgia. So you can probably go on down to maybe Florida. Sometimes you can go on up to, I think North Carolina might have a port, and I think
Florida.
Louisiana. So yeah, so
Mhm.
some of the states that are near us do have ports that you can kind of, basically get out and get onto those cruises. I just
Mhm.
suggest that if you are a person who doesn't know, you've never been on a cruise and you don't know if you're going to be seasick, you might want to try to get on like one of those free little boat rides, like I talked about earlier in Savannah. Um, test it out. If you kind of get queasy, you might want to bring some. Something to help you with your nauseousness, because a cruise lasts the whole time. So if you're on a 4-day cruise, might not be a good idea to go if you know you have motion sickness. So definitely make sure you talk to your doctor about getting something for you if you need
Yeah.
some help with your cruises. But there's also flights too, flying internationally. I haven't flown in a very long time, probably since I was a kid. But Gina, you
Mm.
have flown in recent years. Am I right?
Yeah, I've done more domestic. I would love to travel internationally, but I've
Hmm.
definitely done some more domestic traveling, and sometimes it's just really nice just to get away. If you're like me, maybe you have a favorite airline, maybe you have some points, maybe a family member has some points, and you're just
Mm-hmm.
like maybe you want to go see grandma and grandpa, maybe you want to go see family and stuff like that. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily have to be going to some big grand place. Maybe it's just the experience. Because that's what a lot of us want during the summer. We want a relaxing time. We want
Mm-hmm.
really great experiences, things to hold us through as we go to our 9 to 5s and back to school. And so
Right.
definitely, I would just say when you're traveling, especially by plane, make sure you're safe. Especially in our current times, you definitely want to make sure what are the airport regulations and
Mm-hmm.
rules. Make sure you're there 2 hours, of course, before check-in. And these might be things. Maybe you're taking your first flight this summer, so these are things to
Mm-hmm.
be mindful of. And things about liquids, things that you can usually find on on the website of the airport. And be mindful, be aware, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what kind of traveling you're doing.
Oh yes.
Be aware. Take you know stock of your surroundings and different things like that. Be careful and have fun.
Yes. Yes. So many great things. But yeah, those are just some of the things that you can do here, near, beyond, as we said, as you get ready for summer fun. We've got the month of June, we've got the month of July, and of course, going back into August, a lot of the kids may start back school, or college students may start back with a new semester, or
Hmm.
finally going off to school for the first time. So definitely stay safe this summer. Make sure you hydrate because it is going to be a hot summer, depending on where you
Mm.
live. Um, but yeah, there's just so many amazing ways to have fun in the sun, and we're hoping that you're able to hear some things that you would like to try, maybe, or even go and enjoy again. No matter what you do, staycation or vacation, be safe and have fun. And of
Mm.
course, we would be remiss to not mention more about summer reading program that's going on,
Mm.
as Gina mentioned a little earlier there. Summer reading happens every year at the library. So if you have a library card, even if you don't have a card, you can still sign up for summer reading. And
Okay.
you read as many books as you can, according to our sheet. I think adults, it's only 5 books. That's not hard. And you can read
Yeah.
whatever you want. You don't have to read a long novel. You can read a magazine if you really wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Just write it down, turn your sheets in, or you can register online on Beanstack. And you can find all this information on our website, arcpls.org. But sign up for summer reading because there's some really cool prizes that we are going to be giving away at the end of the summer. And of course, your names will be entered in for the big raffle prize. And a lot of times we usually give out some really cool technology, hint, hint, for the big raffle prize. So make sure you stay tuned for our next episode of What's the
Mm.
Fit. Gina,
Mm.
any more you would like to say before we sign off for today?
I think that we said it all. Experience summer reading, take advantage of all the free, amazing things that we have here at the library. We hope that you have a safe and amazing time as you travel around on the summer. But I think with all that, there's not much else to say other than
We've got the fix, so
stick with us.
bye.
Bye. Thank you for listening. Tune in for new episodes every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. If you like hanging with your friendly, nerdy librarians, follow our library on Facebook at ARCPLS or on Instagram and Twitter at AugustaGA Lib.